I'm not sure if we've seen this lineup so far this year. It's a small lineup. They'll definitely be running, but Crawfordsville's not that big either, so it kind of evens itself out.
Yep.
Here's Summer in the corner. Dribbles out to Scorza. Scorza guarded by Luke Robertson. Goes to his left, between his legs, and pass is knocked away by Braden Van Slyke, but it is also knocked out of bounds by Braden Van Slyke, and Crawfordsville will take over at about midcourt. I'm not sure if the official could see that, as his view was kind of blocked by both the players.
Looked away at the end, just like a couple foul calls tonight.
We had a little better view of that one. Here's
There
Scorza. Scorza gets it, loses it, picked up by Bryce Miller, who throws it away to Scorza. Here comes Dunham with it. Dunham passes to Saunders in the corner. Saunders drives on Gooden. He goes up for it, misses it short. Tried to take a shot that really wasn't there, and they're going to call Lucas Gooden for the travel on the baseline.
There's nothing Lucas Gooden could have done there.
He traveled. I think, because he got pushed.
He got shoved. That was a good rebound, good strength. The other guy had a hold of his arm, went into his leg, pushed out of bounds. I mean, nothing else he could do. No blame there to Lucas Gooden.
So Crawfordsville, Saunders tries to take it inside again on Gooden. He can't get anything going on him. Here comes Logan Blake. Logan Blake is going to shoot that three. If you give it to him, he misses it short. And here comes the rebound. Robertson tries to save it, but he throws it on the out-of-bounds line. And Crawfordsville will take over with 34 seconds remaining in the first half. Assuming they'll take the last shot here, Summer brings it up.
I mean, I like the confidence from Logan there, but he can get that any day of the week. I'd love to continue to see him drive and make plays with the off the dribble, going to the bucket.
Yeah. Here's Scorza up top, guarded by Robertson. Dunham with it, passes to Summer. Summer being guarded by Logan Blake. We're at 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
Show hard.
Summer
show hard.
Drives right into Robertson. He's looking for something. There's good defense by the Bruins. Scorza has to throw it up. He misses long. Rebound tipped up by Saunders, and that will count. That looked good from up here, and it is good. So the score at halftime, Tri-West 46, Crawfordsville 27. So what do we think of the first half?
I like the pace of the first quarter. Second quarter, I thought we slowed down. I mean, we came out and we only scored about 19 that second quarter, mostly due to our pressure that we weren't having in the backcourt.
Yeah.
But we also subbed Tyler out for maybe about a 5-6 minute stretch, knowing we had a good, comfortable lead, trying to get some of those younger players involved, get some confidence going forward past this game.
Yeah, it was nice to see the Luke Robertson get out there. It was nice to see. Robertson get out there, and nice to see Bryce Miller and all of them just go out there and play. So
I got you an interview guy for halftime.
You got me an interview?
Yep, with our head wrestling coach.
All right, let's get him in here. Dan Mutchler is going to be sitting down here. We're going to interview Coach Mutchler. Coach, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good.
Hey, how's your season going so far?
Well, it's done.
It's done?
Unfortunately. Wish we could still be wrestling in semi-state down in Evansville this weekend. I wish we could be down there tonight.
Yeah. As you can see on the screen, they are honoring Athletic Director Don Durrell for 41 years of service.
That's crazy.
Here at Tri-West. He is retiring Athletic Director. Just a great guy, great man. And everything that people say about him is true, as long as it's good, I guess.
So long as it's good. I hope they say that about me.
Are you going to be here for 41 years?
I don't know. That's a commitment.
That is a commitment. They don't make them like Don anymore.
No, they do not.
So yeah, tell me about some of your guys this year. I know you.
Well, we were young this year.
Yeah.
We were very, very young, but very, very promising in what we got coming back in the future. Had one senior this year, Dawson Ash, who pulled together a pretty good season. Like I said, wish we could still be wrestling. A lot of newcomers, new faces. Saul DiAgostino, first-time wrestler this year as a junior. Had a really great year. Got matched up in a really tough heavyweight sectional. Wrestled very, very well. Grant Hogan did a very good job this year for us. And Dominic Puglisi was a standout freshman for us. So we're looking for good things in the future from him.
So when you've got a new wrestler like Saul, how do you do that?
Start from the very, very beginning. Very, very
Did he
beginning.
have any sort of wrestling background at all?
He wrestled a little bit in middle school, supposedly. Of course, in middle school, you can kind of be the biggest and strongest kid, and that gets you pretty far. In high school, everybody's just as big and just as strong, if not stronger. So Saul was 235 pounds wrestling guys that were 280, 285 pounds week in, week out.
Who had wrestled for years, too, probably.
Huh?
Who had been wrestling for years, too,
Oh,
probably.
yeah. And he pulled out like a 25-7 record on the year. He took it to some state-ranked guys that, kind of did not expect him to put on the show that he put on this year, and he did a great job for us. We were really, really proud of him. But I mean, when you got a guy like that, you just take him out, you start him from double legs and single legs, and just the very, very basics, very, very basics. And you just build up from that. You just hope that his size, his ability, his athleticism carries on. I mean, that's what we look for when we recruit guys, and especially in high school. It's, wrestling here, we're starting to get some momentum. Our club is at all-time high numbers right now.
I saw that yesterday. I was at the middle school meet and saw there's a bunch of the younger kids, and there was a whole bunch of them.
We've got about 50 to 60 kids right now in our younger, 5-year-olds, kindergarten up to 5th grade in our club right now, and we've got some promising individuals coming up through there. And our middle school kids are, we don't have that many kids right now in the middle school. We've got 12. There's 24 weight classes in the middle school. They're doing a great job. I think every single one of them has a winning record. So hopefully we can keep those 8th graders interested, keep them out next year as freshmen, and just keep building that momentum. But we're doing good things right now.
You've got, you got, like you talked about earlier, you've got your senior, you've got Dawson Ash, and just a kid who, I've known since 6th grade, just a great kid.
Very bright.
Just all around, he's got a good personality, kind of a good sense of humor. I hate the phrase "talk about" in reporting, but since I'm not a real reporter, I can say just talk. Give Dawson a little love here.
So Dawson, he took last year off. He was a great wrestler for us his freshman, sophomore year. Took last year off. Came back this year, kind of dedicated, said, you know what, I want to do something special. This is my senior year. I missed it last year. I said, that's great. This will be great for you to get back in. I mean, just talk about a leader of a guy that just pushed himself every day in practice. And, I mean, there were some days that he came up there, and I know he didn't want to be up there. Wrestling's a grind. It's an everyday, just beating your body up every day. And he came in every day and just pushed himself, pushed others. It was a great example in the room and just brought the level of intensity in practice up. And it was so great to have him in the room this year, especially for our younger guys, being so young. Having a guy like Dawson to lead them was really monumental this year, especially some of our younger guys who struggled. Being a freshman here at Tri-West, if you're on the wrestling team, there's a good chance that you're going to be going up against guys that are 18 years old.
Yeah.
You're still a 14-year-old kid. So, I mean, it's kind of a trial by fire here in some of our weight classes where we don't have a lot of depth, especially our lower weight classes. Not a lot of small kids out here in Northwest Andrews County. So he's done a great job.
Now, I'm partial for some reason to sports that are incredibly mentally and emotionally taxing.
Oh, cross country's not that way?
I think obviously a cross country coach, and I think that running cross country is one of the most physically and emotionally taxing sports there is. I think swimming's like that.
Yep.
And I think wrestling is in the sense of there's so much technical stuff that goes into it, but then there's also the part that you don't kind of see. It's such a discipline. I love basketball, but when you play basketball and you have a basketball practice and you go home, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat that pizza. You do
Yeah.
wrestling,
Oh,
you go
man.
home, you say, I'm hungry, but I'm only a pound underweight.
Right.
So that's got to be an exhausting grind.
It is. It is. We're not big on kids losing weight, but we do, we see what the trainer says. We get that list of what weight you can be at. And, I mean, it's not like it used to be where it was like, hey, you can cut 20 pounds. Why don't you cut 20 pounds? It's not that way anymore, but it is discipline because, when a kid says, hey, I'm going to wrestle 145 pounds, well, you better make sure you're at 145 pounds.
Yeah.
Because you can bet the 152 pounder is going to make weight. And so it's like you can't just, I wrestle 152. It's like, well, the 152 pounder made weight. So, it is discipline. And I think younger guys that haven't done it yet, it's a learning process.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of talk them through that. It's part of your diet. It's part of your, you can't make weight on Saturday and then wrestle 5 matches and then, all right, let's go to China's Best and just put on 10 pounds. Be like, I'll lose it throughout the week.
Yeah.
Can't do that. So, but it is a discipline, and it's a discipline to come in and grind it out. It's a grind every day, which I love. That's the part I love about the sport. But
yeah. So is there like a cutoff for you as far as, okay, you're at this weight, you're not going to lose this much?
Yeah, so the trainers, it's called an Alpha Master report. The trainers do a body fat test, and they see, you can't go, the IHSA doesn't allow us to go below 7% body fat without a doctor's note and a parent note saying that the parents are aware and okay with that happening. So the Alpha Master tells us your minimum weight class each week of the season. So it goes week by week. You can't lose more than something. We help that a little bit. Sorry,
they've got the best wrestlers you can get, right?
Of course. Doesn't matter where they're from.
Absolutely not. So.
No, it's a tough county. It's a good county. It's really fun to wrestle other schools a lot like us, our size, and we just crush them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, so it's kind of a morale booster to be like, all right. So we just got done seeing Brownsburg, Avon, those guys. And then we go and wrestle Chittard and Cecina. We wrestled North Putnam, schools like that, and we do really, really well against those schools. So it's good to see that, and it's kind of a positive outlook. And we're growing, we're getting some momentum going. We're looking pretty good for the next coming years.
All right, well, thanks a lot. That's Coach
absolutely.
Dan Muchler. He is the Tri-West High School wrestling coach. And this interview by Coach Muchler was sponsored by Pro Power. For your ultimate in weightlifting gear, get all your gear from Pro Power. Now we have the Daniel Hoover halftime interview brought to you tonight by Valvoline. Valvoline, your oil specialist. Coach Hoover, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good.
Scoreboard looks good, doesn't it?
That does look nice. It could even look a little bit nicer if you guys had converted on a couple layups and free throws. But overall, we noticed you guys came out right away with that press. That's something we haven't seen lately, is kind of a faster start. Was that intentional?
Yeah, I think so. We wanted to get going a little bit early, put our foot down on the door real fast, and see what we could do. And we did a really good job, obviously, with the press, but we did a better job of passing the ball ahead. I think we put on a pretty good show for the fans of moving the ball with the pass.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that kind of helped you out there was Cameron Harris. Cameron Harris was pretty much inconsequential in the first half. He had 3 points, but he also had, 4 points, pardon me, but he also had 4 fouls going right at him.
Yeah, you know what? The big emphasis for us going into this game is to contest all of his shots. He's obviously a really good player, but can't do a whole lot when he's not on the floor.
Right.
So that was big for us. Probably frustrating for their side, but really big for us. And we're gonna have to continue to shut them down in the second half here.
All right. So are we going to press more here, start the second half?
I think you're going to come see us. We gotta attack a little bit more, but also we got to play a little bit better without fouling. I think most of their points are really from the free throw line, from from us fouling, and you're going to get that when you press a little bit. But we got to do a better job playing without fouling.
They've got 12 of their 27 points from the free throw line.
Yeah.
So all right, well, Coach, good luck in the second half. Thanks for coming up here.
Thank you.
And once again, that was Coach Daniel Hoover. Tonight's halftime interview brought to you by Valvoline, your oil specialists, Valvoline. Looking at some of the halftime stats for Crawfordsville, Jack Summer has 7 points for Crawfordsville on 1 2-point field goal, a 3-point field goal, and 2 free throws. Will Kellerman has 8 points on 4 free throws and 2 field goals. Cameron Harris, their leading scorer at 21 points a game, has 4 points on 2 free throws and 1 basket. He also has 4 fouls. Cam Saunders has 1 free throw, 2 and 1 field goal for 3 points, and Trey Scorza has 5 points on 3 free throws and a 2-point field goal. Luke Dunham, Carson Williamson, Anthony Gonzalez played but did not score. For the Bruins, Jared Kiefer has 11 points, Luke Robertson with 2, Bryce Miller with 3, Logan Blake with 7 points, Tyler Watson with 11, Braden Van Slyke with 2, and Sam Fulton has 10 points for the Bruins. So we're about ready to start the second half as Tyler Bruce is hoping for a 50-50 winner.
You had so many interviews during halftime, I had to find something to keep me occupied.
Hey,
Went and found little Spencer Watson out there. He's doing the 50-50 raffle tonight. I wanted to, help him out.
That looks good. Looks good. That drink looks good too. Did you not give me anything?
Well,
to drink?
I was looking for the water. That's what you've asked for the last couple games, and all I could find was some soda and then a little half and half lemonade iced tea mix. A little Arnold.
I like that. That's
Arnold
good.
Palmer.
That's good. It's all right. It's all right. Starting the second half here, Tri-West leads 46-27. Crawfordsville has the ball. And here's Cameron Harris with the ball. You have to assume he's going to be aggressive to start this, see how long he can stay in. And there's Will Kellerman. He starts it off with a 3.
It walked a little bit, but I think we're going to let that play tonight.
And we're just going to let that one go. It's all right. So 46-30, Tri-West. Tyler Watson's directing traffic, and Lucas Gooden is checking in at the first dead ball already.
He's got to throw that high. That's a bad entry.
Pass is thrown away, and here comes Kellerman. Kellerman with it. He's looking, guarded by Blake. Here's a screen set by Saunders, and Kellerman up top to Scorza. Scorza with it, guarded by Fulton, and here's Harris. Harris is guarded by Derek Kiefer. Gosh dang it, Jared Kiefer. And he drives, goes up. Watson got all ball.
Kicked it down on the ground.
And there's a scrum for the ball, and we're going to have a jump ball. So possession arrow is going to go to the Bruins. Like we talked about, here comes Lucas Gooden checking in for Braden Van Slyke. So Coach Bontrager must have seen something he didn't like on that one. Bringing Van Slyke out pretty quickly. Crawfordsville will have the ball. No, Tri-West will have the ball.
Yeah, I mean, with the lead that we have, I don't like seeing maybe that quick of a trigger on him. He made a bad decision. Talk to him. Let's see if we can get him back in quickly, keep the confidence high. He's played really well for us as of late.
Here's Blake to Watson. Watson goes around, scores it, goes up for it, and he gets it.
That
Tyler
back tap's
Watson,
not going to work against him.
He just let him drive by him, tried to tap the ball away from him, and it's not going to work against a player like Tyler Watson.
I think they're subbing him out pretty quick, too, it looks like. I don't know if that's for him, but I would assume so.
Harris with the 3, and he misses, and Logan Blake with the rebound. He's coming in cold. He hasn't hit a whole lot. Got 4 fouls. Just a frustrating night for Cameron Harris. Here's Tyler Watson, and he misses that 3 short. Rebound to Saunders. Saunders to Summer. Summer's going to bring it up. And he flips it to Scorza. Scorza guarded by Logan Blake. Back to Summer. They appear to be daring him to shoot from out there. Here's Kellerman with the pump fake. He passes to Scorza. Scorza shoots, and it's long, rebounded to Kiefer. Here comes Logan Blake, and the Bruins call a timeout.
I don't know if you see it. I just don't see a lot of emotion on our face to start this second half.
I kind of noticed that with Logan, kind of not really in a defensive stance.
Very nonchalant.
Yeah.
A good timeout here by Coach Bontrager, talking about, possessing the ball, making the right decisions. Every possession needs to matter for us. It doesn't matter what the lead is. He's talking about stances right now. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you could tell he was talking about how he was just by his body language. He even got down in a defensive stance, and they were just kind of standing up, and it's hard not to. I would say it's hard to come out of halftime with a lot of emotion in a game like that.
Well, a good lead, and like we said in the second quarter, we took our foot off the gas. So that body language we gave said, okay, it's all right that we slow down. And you never want to do that. Doesn't matter what the team until the game is well in hand. And it's never over until it's over.
Right. So Logan Blake brings it up to Fulton. Fulton up top to Gooden. Gooden back to Blake. Blake to Bryce Miller, passes back to Blake. Blake with the left hand crosses over to his right, hands it to Jared Kiefer. Kiefer to Gooden, Gooden to Blake. Here comes Blake, takes a jumper, short. I think I got a piece of that.
He hit his whole arm.
He got a piece, must have gotten a piece of his arm.
But
Logan. I don't think Logan's going to miss a shot like that.
When you hit his whole arm, it's going to come up short. But they have not called that for us since the first quarter.
So Crawfordsville with the ball. Here's a spin move by Summer. He throws it up. He misses. Two Bruins fight for the rebound. Here's Fulton. Fulton with it to Gooden. Gooden in the corner to Miller. Throws him ahead of him a little bit, but he's able to recover. Here comes Kiefer. Kiefer finds Miller in the corner for three. No good.
Right to Logan.
They call a foul on that one. That's going to be on Summer. So the smallest guy on the court picks up the foul on the biggest guy on the court, Jack Summer.
Been feisty down there, right?
Yeah. That's his second. Team first of the half. Checking in for Crawfordsville is Karsten Williamson. So the sophomore checking in.
I'm surprised at that sub.
Here's Logan Blake. Catches it down low. Passes to Miller, to Kiefer, to Gooden. Gooden spins, goes up for it. He got it. He got it. Looked like he got it, threw it up kind of long, but it came in. So Lucas Gooden gets on the scoreboard with his first points of the night, and the Bruins have a 50-30 lead. Here's Harris for a long three, and he got it. Cameron Harris.
Yeah, if I'm 20, I'm almost shooting every time down the floor. You missed the whole first half,
Yeah, you don't know when you're coming out. You don't know when you're going to get another foul. So here's Cameron Harris. He brings it up with after the steal. Harris is going right to the bucket. He loses control of the ball, and it's going to be Tri-West ball. Nice play by Bryce Miller on the defensive end as he was able to kind of swat it away as Harris was driving to the basket. Miller swatted his shot once, leading to a foul, and then he kind of knocked the ball away as he was driving this time. So nice defensive night by Bryce Miller as well.
That's just a bad play.
Bruins a little sloppy here, and Will Kellerman with the old Euro step. And he's got 5 points in the second half. Tri-West leads 50-33.
Yep.
Here comes Logan Blake. He puts it up, and I just noticed that Watson wasn't in.
They took him out after maybe the bad shot and, flying in a couple people. We're not closing out very well. We're not forcing the drive. We're not helping. Like I said, lackadaisical to start this third.
But they still have a 17-point lead after that Sam Fulton basket, so see if Tri-West can get something going and extend the lead a little bit. The ball is going to be knocked away by Lucas Gooden, and it will be out of bounds to Crawfordsville. So checking into the game for the Bruins will be Braden Van Slyke and Tyler Watson. Crawfordsville into Harris. Harris will shoot the three in Watson's face, and he hits it. So Watson's on the other end of one of those threes in his face this time, and the lead is down to 14. Tyler Watson going to the bucket.
That's
and they're going to call the foul on the ground. And Watson goes right to the bench. I think he's checking out. So here comes Kiefer. Kiefer comes in for Watson, who sits down. That foul on that play was on Jack Summer, or on Will Kellerman. That will be his second. Here's Gooden with it, gives it to Kiefer. Kiefer over to Logan Blake. Screened by Van Slyke, dribbles around it, passes to Van Slyke, who finds Gooden for three, and he got
shot. Lucas Gooden.
Lucas Gooden with his 5th point of the half. Tri-West leads 55-38.
You'd really like to see him get some confidence this game, get that shot going, because he can knock him down when he gets going. Yeah. And we're going to need him with this postseason run, hopefully.
And with if he gets his outside shot going, that brings because he's such a quick, explosive player, and just off the dribble too, so that can really help him on the drive. On the other end, Logan Blake gets called for a foul. That's his second, and Crawfordsville will be taking the ball out of bounds. Carson Williamson taking the ball out. He is looking for someone, and he tries to go into Kellerman, and they're going to call the foul on that one on Bryce Miller.
Yeah.
And Bryce Miller tries to go for the steal, doesn't get it, gets a lot of contact, and he is called for the foul. That's his third.
Yeah, I mean, 2 guys going for the ball there. He gets him, but I like the aggression trying to go for it by Bryce.
Here's Saunders over to Williamson. Williamson's going to drive in the corner to Gonzalez, who passes to Saunders. Saunders picks up his dribble and finds Kellerman. Kellerman with it, and his pass is thrown or blocked, taken away by Logan Blake, who throws it down on the other
There
end.
you go, 11.
Logan Blake throws it down, and they just called a technical foul.
No, they didn't. They just called a timeout.
Oh, okay.
The other kid tried to drive it in. Bryce Miller said, "Get it out of here. We're going to a timeout."
He looked angry, so I thought they called a technical.
Well, he's the smallest guy on the floor going against Bryce Miller, who is our second smallest guy on the team, and Bryce Miller says no.
Jim has a little bit of life to it, and wonder if maybe that'll bring a little bit of life to the Bruins. It's not to say they've been playing bad, but they were definitely a little lackadaisical to start the second half.
If you notice that defensive possession, though, Logan Blake said, "I'm not going to let 20 catch the ball."
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
He didn't let 20 catch the ball.
It threw it right to him, right? Because they're trying to get 20 the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to make a decision to play defense against this team, you can do it. That's why Coach Bontrager calls the quick timeouts. That's why he's talking to his team. He knows what we're capable of, and when we don't play to that potential, he needs to demand it. You know, that's why you sit Tyler over there for a second, talk to him, tell him what you want out of it, and let's see if we can go out and execute.
Yeah. Watson's coming in, and he replaces Logan Blake, so you got to kind of wonder if he's sitting him down for a little bit of
maybe I don't know. I'm not sitting him down. He just got a dunk.
Yeah,
that's his first one of his career. And then they just got 13's number right now. I think the Harris mother over there is really happy about that call.
That's foul on Watson, is his third. Here comes Crawfordsville. Williamson brings it across, and he's trying to go down low, but they can't get Kellerman open, so Harris is going to take it, misses it.
Box out, guys.
Gonzalez is there for the putback. Anthony Gonzalez with his first 2 points of the night. The Bruins lead is 17. Here's Jared Kiefer with it, gets it to Watson on the give and go. Nice play.
He's getting hit by 20.
Tyler Watson with 2 more. Here's Harris again at the top of the key for 3. That's in and out. Gooden with the rebound.
Good.
You can see go up with two hands on that one. Here's Tyler Watson. He's going right to the bucket. Going to make him call the foul on that one. He gets the foul drawn. Going to be on Anthony Gonzalez, who ends up almost the wall.
Well, I mean, 2 guys trying to jump on our middle linebacker. I mean, it looked like the regular season in football this year.
So Tyler Watson shooting 2. Hits the first.
You kind of got 13 pissed off, and when he's pissed off, he is very aggressive.
He's going to go to the bucket. Checking back in for Crawfordsville is Summer, and he replaces Gonzalez. That will be Gonzalez's first foul. Watson's second is up and good. Tyler Watson. 17 points tonight for the senior. 1:52 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Bruins look to be applying a little bit of pressure. Maybe they're back in that 1-3-1. Let's see how that goes. Here's Cameron Harris. Cameron Harris hits a 3, and that's his third 3 of this half. So a nice little
good
half
skip.
Harris goes up and draws a foul. Gooden draws a foul, and that foul's going to be on Cam Saunders.
Yeah.
And that's his third, and Gooden's
good ball
going to be
fake
shooting
by
2.
Gooden. 24 is not even looking to hack the ball there at that point. He's just looking to get a good hit on him.
So Lucas Gooden at the line, shooting 2 shots. Gooden has 5 points on the night. Gooden hits the first. (62-43). Tri-West, we're off of the 120-point pace we were on earlier in the night.
Yeah,
Still
slow
a nice
down.
Night.
Well, when you take away the pressure.
That's true. 63-43, Tri-West, 1:31 remaining here in the third quarter. Here comes Summer. He passes to, is trying to go to Harris, but it's knocked away by Van Slyke. And Crawfordsville will retain possession. So Williamson will be taking the ball out. He gets it in to Cameron Harris. Harris is double teamed. He dribbles out of it and passes back to Williamson. Williamson, here comes the double team again. He picks up his dribble, and the double team backs off. The Bruins are in their 1-3-1. So Crawfordsville looks to be trying to move it in the middle, and they do. They get it to Kellerman. Watson jumps, and that leaves Kellerman wide open under the basket 4-2. Here comes Watson. Hands off to Van Slyke. Van Slyke drives to Kiefer. Kiefer with it, pulls up from the free throw line, in and out, and the rebound is taken down by Saunders. Saunders bringing it up, 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here comes Summer, up top, guarded by Watson. The Bruins are back in the man-to-man. Van Slyke guarding Cameron Harris, over to Saunders in the corner to Keller Williamson, up top to Kellerman. Kellerman back to Summer, to Saunders. Saunders with it, and the Crawfordsville looks to be kind of waiting for the last shot of the half, or the quarter, whatever this is. I can't.
That's wrong.
And they're going to call. They're going to call Tyler Watson.
They're going to call Brayton Van Slyke.
Van Slyke.
The number 20 didn't like the way he was being guarded. He went to the baseline, told the referee, "Hey, call this," and sure enough, he gets the call. I watched it the whole way. Very impressed by that referee tonight.
So that's Van Slyke's third and the team's fourth of this quarter, and they're going to call Gooden on that one.
Yeah.
So Lucas Gooden picks up his fourth foul. Nope, that's going to be his first. That's Tyler Watson with 3. And Crawfordsville will be taking the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. They get it in, and it's going to be taken away by Kiefer, but Kellerman does pick the ball up, rolls over, and calls a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Crawfordsville. They have taken 2 30s and 2 fulls, so they have 1 timeout remaining in this game. So 63-45, Tri-West, 20.4 seconds remaining here in the third period. A nice start to this game for the Bruins as they were able to get out to a 27-9 lead at the end of the first quarter. And ever since then, I don't want to say even game, but that's about what it's been. It's been kind of just a fourth thing. Tri-West has really benefited from Cameron Harris, Crawfordsville's leading scorer, being on the bench for most of the first half, saddled with foul trouble. He has 4, but he has not picked one up in this quarter.
Yeah, if I'm Crawfordsville, I'm saying, okay, you're in the rest of the game until you're not in anymore, you know.
Saunders tries to go up with it down low, and he misses. Lucas Gooden brings the rebound down, and Crawfordsville will retain possession. Saunders was not passing that ball.
Nah, he's in a low post position. He's got to go up strong.
So here's Saunders goes up for it again, and Kiefer blocks him.
You can give a shout out there.
I'll tell you what, give a shout out to the Indiana Pacers, up 59-38 on the Celtics at halftime. Hopefully they can close that one out. That'd be a great win for them. They haven't played since Monday. And on this end, we've got a missed shot by Summer, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Now, there is a foul call. Foul called on Karsten Williamson, and Trey Scorza will be checking in. That's going to be Karsten Williamson's third. And Tri-West will take over with 6.2 seconds remaining in this quarter.
Got 6 seconds. Get him on the run.
He's coming back. This ball's going up. Here's Tyler Watson. And a great screen by Brayden Van Slyke. What a screen at midcourt. Karsten Williamson did not see that one coming. And on the other, and down low, Tyler Watson draws a foul. That foul will be on Jack Summer.
I kind of like Coach Pierce's coaching here. If Tyler Watson drives, just grab the heck out of him and don't let it get it to the basket. You know, don't necessarily try to make a play on the ball. Just don't let him get it up.
Don't let him shoot. Watson hits his first. Here's his second, and that one's good as well. So Tyler Watson hits his second free throw. He has 19 points on the game. Here comes a three-quarter court shot by Summer, and it is no good. So at the end of 3, the score, Tri-West 65, Crawfordsville 45, 8 minutes left in this ball game. The Bruins looking to close it out, go to 15-2 on the year, and looking forward to tomorrow night when they travel to Brebeuf. Should be an excellent contest. We will be there. Well, I won't, but Grant Covey will be.
Yeah,
So
Grant's trying to persuade me to go, but I told him that we're a two-man show. I don't travel anywhere without you.
Oh, man,
Powers.
I appreciate it.
You're the guy.
I appreciate it. So this is the last game that we will be doing, the last regular season game that we will be doing. We will be doing as much of the postseason as we can, as those games will be at Beech Grove, and that's about 10 minutes away from my house, so that's pretty convenient for me.
You haven't gotten out of senior night yet? You're not going to be up here at senior night?
No, I got to do. They told me they want me to do the announcing. They need
man.
the golden pipes tickling
understand.
everybody's ears.
I
for that
understand.
one. Even though Covey does a way better job.
he was incredible today during our little pep session. He is becoming quite the savant on the microphone.
He's fantastic. He brings music. I don't bring music. He brings enthusiasm. I bring half-hearted enthusiasm. He's way better than me.
Well, he's going to school for it, so maybe
to
that's.
school for it.
Oh, well, sorry.
But that was 20 years ago.
Oh, well,
so
school's changed since
before
then.
I got into education. So starting the fourth quarter, here's Sam
Don't
Fulton
you
down
like
on
to
nice
see him
pass
go
by
up
Gooden.
and get that? Nice job,
Good
Sam Fulton.
play for Fulton. Good pass by Gooden. Bruins lead is up to 22. I think that's their largest lead of the night. Here's Gonzalez with it.
Might be right.
Passes to Scorza. Scorza to Kellerman. Kellerman in the corner to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to drive on Fulton. No, and Fulton just goes up and takes the ball away from him. Here comes Logan Blake. Dribbles into double team. Passes to Gooden. Gooden dribbles with the left hand to Fulton. Fulton with the 10-foot jump shot, and he got it.
We were working on that one yesterday.
Hell yeah. He's got a nice high release. That's a tough shot to block. On the other end, though, Anthony Gonzalez hits a three, and the Bruins lead 69-48. Nice game tonight by the Bruins so far. Here's Luke Robertson with it. He brings it down to Fulton on the roll, knocked away by Scorza. Good hands by him.
Yeah,
And
good
here
help by
comes
those
Cameron
guys.
Harris. Harris bringing it up, goes in the corner to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Summer. Summer dribbles against Bryce Miller. He passes to Harris. Harris will shoot that, and he hits it. Cameron Harris has 12 points on 4 3-pointers here in the second half, and he is going to hit his average of 20, I'm assuming, as he's got 16 points, but it does not really tell the story of his night. Lucas Gooden drives, and he's just going to make him call a foul.
On the floor, okay.
And they do call the foul. It's on the floor, but that's going to be 1-and-1, I believe. So Carson Williamson, that's his fourth. And that's going to be Lucas Gooden going the line for 1-and-1. So Gooden playing well tonight. He's got 7 points, and he'll be going to the line shooting a 1-and-1. First is up, and he misses it long. Tipped away by Fulton and grabbed by Gooden. Here's Bryce Miller, drives, kicks it back up to Logan Blake. Logan Blake passes to Gooden, back to Robertson, to Miller, up top to Gooden for 3, and that's short. There's a little flat on that one as he released it, and Cameron Harris is able to pull down the rebound. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez with it to Kellerman. Kellerman doesn't want to shoot. He dribbles it back up top. Logan Blake won't let him get by him.
Have we done the 50-50 drawing? Did I miss it?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. So we'll see. I don't think they have. I think that's something we'd hear. I know you'd pay attention to it.
Man,
Cameron Harris
Spencer's stealing some money tonight.
passes to Gonzalez's 3. No good. Lucas Gooden bringing it up, and he takes it to the 3-point line. Flips it across court to Logan Blake. Logan Blake steps into a 17-foot jump shot, rims out. Rebound to Kellerman. Kellerman bringing it up across midcourt. No one stops the ball. Passes to Gonzalez. And Logan Blake does stop the ball and sends it to Bryce Miller on the block. Down to Fulton. Fulton goes up for it. No good. Bodies all over the place. And finally a foul is called on Luke Robertson as Trey Scorza comes up with the ball. A lot of action there going on, and we get a foul called on that play on Luke Robertson, so that's going to be his first. Logan Blake checking out. Tyler Watson sitting on the sidelines. I'm not sure if we'll see either of them tonight, the rest of the night.
I mean, we're putting guys in to see what they can give us. I mean, 5 minutes to go, we should be in pretty good shape.
I mean, you've always got that option, I guess. You know, you know what you can do. But here's Cameron Harris. He hits another 3, and the lead's down to 15. So we've got Rico Wilson in there. He passes to Lucas Gooden. This is definitely a lineup we haven't seen this year. Here's Luke Robertson. He drives. He goes up for it. He misses long. But Sam Fulton goes, and they're going to call a foul on Fulton. They're going to call a foul on Fulton.
It's a good rebound.
Call him over the back. But, yeah, it looked like he had position on just kind of a smaller guy. And that's his third foul. And that will be the 7th team foul of this half. So Crawfordsville will go to the line and shoot 1 and 1. Chance to get some points, but the clock is stopped.
It's an early sub, especially with them being in the bonus. You know why they're doing it, but Coach Pierce isn't going to bring his guys out.
No.
I'm going to tell you that.
No. Kellerman hits a free throw, and he takes the second one, and he got it. He got them both, and the lead is now down to 13, 69-56, 4:37 remaining. Rico Wilson to Luke Robertson. To Lucas Gooden. Here's Gooden. Here's Bryce Miller. Pulls up. And he misses long. And Crawfordsville gets the rebound, so a chance to cut the lead down even further, possibly to 10. Summer brings it up, guarded by Rico Wilson. Passes to Harris, and Harris, you know this is going up. And he takes it in, and he draws a foul on Bryce Miller. So Cameron Harris will go to the line. And that foul's going to be on Bryce Miller, and that is going to be his 4th. So Bryce Miller with it, and Cameron Harris hits the first free throw. So at what point are they going to bring him in? Coach Bontrager doesn't look like he's really looking to.
The one thing I would have really liked to seen is to keep that lead at 20 till about 3 minutes, and then you can get all your bench in. Now you're risking not being able to bring Gardner in here in a little bit.
So here comes the Bruins. Here's Lucas Gooden. He brings it in the corner for 3 to Bryce Miller. He misses long. Fulton goes up and gets the rebound, but he loses it. Here comes Crawfordsville. Crawfordsville brings it down to Harris. Harris goes up, but he's going to draw the foul, and that's going to be on Bryce Miller, and that's going to be 5. So here comes the Bruins back again. Watson, Blake, Van Slyke, and Kiefer are all checking back in, and that's going to be Bryce Miller's 5th foul. He's going to take a seat for the night. It looks like Van Slyke is not going to be coming back in. It's going to be Watson, Blake, and Kiefer checking back in. And Harris is going to be going the line, shooting 2. Chance to cut the lead down to the lowest we've seen it really since the start of the game.
Yeah, once again, keep them in. Step on the throat. Coach Pierce isn't going to take his guys out, especially the one that, got all the fouls early in the game, wasn't able to play the whole time.
Yeah, yep. He's been sitting on the bench most of the first half. You knew he was going to play. You knew he was rested. You knew he was ready. So nice job, I'd say, by Crawfordsville. I mean, you got to give them credit where credit's due. They have not stopped. They had every reason to. They were down 22. They had every reason to just shut it down, go home, say, hey, we lost to the number 1 team in the state, whatever. We were there. We played them. But they beat us.
Well,
and
now you give them a little momentum.
Yep.
We're coming in after sitting on the bench thinking the game's over. Let's see how we respond real quick here. Tyler Watson's been sitting a long time. So is Logan
Harris
Blake.
hits both. He has 19 points in the second half, 23 for the game, and it's a 69-60 lead for the Bruins. Here goes right to Watson, and he goes up for 2. Tyler Watson hits, and the Bruins call a timeout. So I think what they may do here, you think a little different defensive look for the Bruins?
I'd either pressure or go a solid man-to-man, make them work for it, definitely.
But nice little run here by Crawfordsville as they were down, I believe, 69 to 40. Was it 69-49? Was it a 20-point lead? So are they on a 11-2 run? I think that.
At least,
I'm saying
yeah.
yes. I'm saying
yes.
it's an 11-2 run for Crawfordsville over the last pretty much 2 minutes. And they've gotten, I think, 6 of those at the free throw line. So,
well, they've cut it to 11, so they've outscored us by 11, recently. So it's at least 11-2, maybe 13-2.
Let's go 13-2.
13-2. Bringing in our subs. Nothing against our guys, but we are playing against a varsity team, and they take that to heart for the Crawfordsville Athenians.
Yeah, and I mean, they've got a good player. They've got Cameron Harris. He's coming out here, and he's hit 5 threes in the second half. And they're not going to stop. It looks like the Bruins may be bringing a little full-court pressure, which is what gave Crawfordsville so much trouble at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, let's just keep hands off, not foul.
Here's Summer. Summer brings it up. He's guarded by Watson. Watson's in a defensive stance. And the Bruins have ratcheted up the intensity a little bit, it looks like, out there. So maybe this was a wake-up call that they needed from Crawfordsville. Here's Harris, and he's being guarded closely by Logan Blake. Here comes Kellerman behind the back with Kiefer on it. Here's Summer with it. He's not going to take that long three, but here's Kellerman in the corner. He wanted that shot. And Crawfordsville's really gotten bogged down. And then Cameron Harris steps out, hits his 6th three of the half. 71-63, Tri-West, 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Logan Blake with it, directing traffic. Logan Blake up top gives it to Watson. Watson looks for Blake on the cut. He finds him down in the post. Here comes Gooden on the cut,
Good
passes
dish.
it down to Kiefer, who gets fouled.
Great pass by Lucas
Good
Gooden.
pass, good interior post pass for Gooden. He finds Kiefer down low. And the foul on that play is going to be on Will Kellerman. That's going to be his 3rd. And Kiefer is going to be shooting 2. Kiefer's first one is up, and it rattles out. Jared Kiefer misses, so let's see if he can get the second one to fall. Kiefer's hit 5 free throws tonight. Misses that one. The second one is up, and that is no good too. And Cameron Harris with the rebound. So here comes Crawfordsville. See what Harris does. Harris drives. He goes up for it, and he gets blocked, but they do call a foul. Logan Blake does not agree. He needs to be careful here. He needs to be careful. He's got a lot of emotion, but he's talking to the officials a lot, and you don't want to get caught into something like that. He's got 3 fouls. Cameron Harris is going to go to the line for 2.
The ref's trying to tell him he got him with the body, but Logan jumped behind the kid, and based upon how many fouls they've had at the other end, you know, it's very surprising that he's calling that one. But like we've said, they've let Crawfordsville play the whole night on the other end. They've let them back in with these foul calls, and I thought we subbed a little early.
Harris hits both free throws again, and he's really playing well here in the second half. Down to a 6-point lead for Tri-West. Watson goes up for it, but he's fouled. Tyler Watson will go to the line to shoot 2. .28 points tonight for Cameron Harris. Tyler Watson for the Bruins. He has 21. Make that 22 as he hits the first free throw. Watson's going for 2,000 on the year. He has averaged 25 the rest of the regular season. I think he's
for the career, not the year. You said the year.
I'm sorry. For the
I was going, wow, that's an impressive stat line.
It's the highest. That'd be a state record right there.
That would definitely be a state record.
So here's Summer. He passes to Harris, and Blake bats it away out of bounds. Crawfordsville will take over on the other side of the court, down 73-65 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Jack Summer with it. He inbounds to Saunders. Saunders kicks it back to Kellerman, and they got it to Summer, who's going to bring it across the midcourt line. Summer drives, passes to Kellerman. Kellerman dribbles with his left hand, and kind of just a weird scenario over there as Harris ran right into him on the other end. Saunders takes the ball away from Blake, but Watson takes it away from Saunders and goes up for 2. So Tyler Watson with 4 points here in the last 2 possessions, and the Bruins lead is back up to 10 with 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. So Crawfordsville is going to need a basket here if they want any hope. And here comes Summer with a 3, and he got it. That's what you need from your senior point guard, is a good big bucket to cut the lead to 7. 1 minute 36 seconds remaining. Logan Blake with it. And Blake finds Kiefer under the basket. Kiefer goes up. He misses, but they call a foul on Kellerman underneath. Nice pass by Logan Blake.
Got to make free throws.
Kiefer missed his last 2 last time. Let's see if he can get these 2. That foul's going to be on Will Kellerman, his 4th. Or they're going to call that on Saunders. That's his fourth. Nope, they are calling it on Kellerman. I don't know who they're calling it on.
Kiefer has not had a strong night at the line.
He misses the first one. He's missed his last three. 75-68 Tri-West. 1 minute, 29 seconds remaining here in the ball game. The official tying his shoe, so Kiefer's got a little extra time to think about it.
I
They
like
appear to
that.
be icing him.
I think I saw Pierce untie that on the way down. Just for the quick no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Kiefer's free throw is long. Watson is going to tip it out of bounds. Sam Fulton got his hand on it. Watson had it too, but he tipped it out of bounds, and Crawfordsville will take over. So minute 26 seconds remaining, 75-68 Tri-West. Here comes Summer, catches it on the run. Goes across midcourt. Logan Blake tries to take it away from him. He still has it. Here's Harris. Surprised he didn't shoot that. He knocks Watson over. He shoots a three, misses it, and Fulton pulls down the rebound, hands it off to Blake, and Blake is fouled by Summer. So that is going to be the fourth foul on Jack Summer, and Logan Blake will go to the line to shoot free throws. These free throws for Logan Blake are brought to you by Monster Energy Drink. For all your pregame needs, drink Monster Energy Drink.
Pregame needs. Don't do that, guys out there. Don't drink Monster pregame.
I'm just telling you what Logan told me.
That's funny.
I mean, I'm just reading our sponsors who gave us
Just
money.
reading the sponsors.
Blake misses the second. It's an 8-point lead with a minute left. Saunders with the rebound, passes to Harris. Harris finds Kellerman. They need to get a shot off here. Here's Summer. He takes a three. He misses it short. Logan Blake with the rebound. He brings it down, and they finally call a foul.
Didn't want to, did they?
Now, the Crawfordsville fans are kind of just about that one, too. You have three guys grabbing at him, so I don't really know what they're upset about.
He was trying to get the foul on the other kid. That was a good try by Coach Pierce.
Foul is going to be on Cam Saunders, and that's going to be his fifth. So that is 5 for him, and he is out. Logan Blake with 2 shots at the line. Once again, Logan Blake free throws brought to you by Monster Energy Drink. Blake hits the first. He's going for the second. Blake with 11 points on the night and make it 12. So Logan Blake's been hit a couple clutch free throws to put the Bruin lead up to 10 with just under a minute remaining. Crawfordsville with Summer is trying to he finds Anthony Gonzalez. 3 is in and out. Tyler Watson with the rebound. Dribbles into the corner. He's going to make the referees call something on that play, and they call a foul. And that foul is going to be on Jack Summer, and that is going to be his 5th. And he will be out as well. Here's your favorite cheer.
Now is acceptable. Usually we do it with like a 3 minutes left.
3 minutes left, and it's a 2-point game.
2-point game, and it's like, what are you guys doing over there? You know, or it's like a 4-point game, and it's a minute and a half. It's, come on, guys. You know that this could not go our way. But I like the confidence from the student section. I love the confidence from the student section. Tonight was appropriate.
Watson with the second free throw, and it is good. Tyler Watson. Tyler Watson with 27 points on the night, and the Bruins lead 80-68. Here's Scorza. He's stopped in the lane, guard by Fulton. Out to Harris, who shoots a 3.
The ref wants to tee Logan up. He's just watching him because Logan knows he gets the ball. And the other kid says, nice job hitting the ball.
Logan has had an up and down night, I guess, to say the least. He's had some frustrating moments. He had a dunk. And he's also going to pick up the win.
I mean, it's just it's one of those hodgepodge nights. It's fun.
And Harris gets the second of 3.
You know, this game went a lot like it did for us last year. A little closer last year, I think, but it was funny. You know, Peyton Hendershot had a great game against Crawfordsville last year. Their fans got really involved. you know, but we rode Peyton Hendershot all last year. He was by far, in a way, the best player on the floor, night in, night out. And we couldn't get him on the all-conference team because of the way the Crawfordsville fans went with Peyton last year. The coach wouldn't vote for him first or second team. You know, kind of a harsh feeling last year. So it's nice to come out and maybe get that win against this team and watch their best player not be able to play a lot of the first half. Maybe, you know, the votes go a little differently this year for us, and we are able to get two kids on the first team, knowing that we are the #1 team again in the conference at the moment, hopefully to finish out the year. But who knows how Coach Pierce will vote come conference time again.
Yeah, you got to think. I mean, if they don't give Tyler Watson Conference Player of the Year, then there's something terribly wrong in that whole situation.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where you're no longer voting for the player's skill.
Yeah.
You're voting for an attitude,
a
personal opinion of a player that's, you know, 18 years old, out on the court, playing his heart out for his team. Hopefully, we've earned the respect over these last couple of years. I don't know if we've lost to Crawfordsville very, very much in the last 4 years, maybe ever in the last 4 years. And you allow 2 Crawfordsville kids to get on the first team last year. It was just kind of disheartening to see that for Peyton Hendershot.
A nice gesture by Coach Pierce as he appears to be out at midcourt talking to Logan and Tyler and just wishing them the best.
Yeah, I would assume he's saying, you know, I'm not going to do that to you guys this year. I'll vote for you on the team. It was just a personal vendetta for him last year not to allow that.
Yeah, and that's a disappointing situation. But tonight, Tri-West gets the win. They took the scoreboard down, and I did not write the score. It looks to be Tri-West 80, Crawfordsville 71 is the final.
80 to 71.
So scoring for the night for Crawfordsville, we had Cam Saunders had 3 points. Trey Scorza with 5. Anthony Gonzalez with 5. Jack Summer with 10. Will Kellerman with 19. And Cameron Harris with 25 points in the second half to finish with 29 points. Nice game for him.
Leading scorer of the night.
Yeah, leading scorer on the night. Luke Dunham, Karsten Williamson played but did not score. For the Bruins, Luke Robertson had 2. Braden Van Slyke had 2. Bryce Miller had 3 points, an early 3 when the Bruins went on a 27-9 run in the first quarter to really just pull away right at the start. Lucas Gooden had 7, a good second half for him. Jared Kiefer had 11, all coming in the first half. Logan Blake had 12. Sam Fulton had 16, and Tyler Watson led the way for the Bruins with 27 points. That was a quiet 27, I think, for Tyler, really.
Well, we set him a lot. I mean, we didn't play him a lot in that second quarter. We set him, you know, in the third and in the fourth a lot. Tyler could have came out and got 50 tonight if he wanted to. It was one of those things where we didn't need him to, and that was a nice feeling going into the night and coming out of the night. We had a lot of younger guys step up. Some great games, great team basketball, I felt like, throughout the game. We do want to become better, you know, kind of stepping on the heels of the other team and being able to extend our lead, pressure our lead. And when we bring in those younger guys, we expect to gain the lead, not give it back up like we kind of did tonight. A lot of confidence in that younger group that's going to be coming up, and there's no reason we couldn't put them in the game at that point. But it was something we had to come back with the starters, and they did a great job closing the game out for us.
They absolutely did, and they are right back at it in action again tomorrow night. They travel to Brebeuf, which will be a great test for the #1 ranked Bruins. Brebeuf has a record that's maybe not as good as the Bruins, but they've played the competition that they've played, and that's going to be a great battle for them tomorrow night. Catch that here on the YouTube channel with
Grant Covey as your commentator.
Grant Covey and maybe Tyler Bruce, but we'll see. We'll see. So that is going to be it for us. The final score, Tri-West 80, Crawfordsville 71. This is the last time you will hear from us until the postseason. So hopefully the Bruins close out the final couple of weeks here strong, win a conference championship, and can bring that home for the seniors. For Tyler Bruce, I am Brian Powers saying good night.